When I talk about metal burden in cancer, I just want to make things straight. This is basically when we are talking about metal burden, we have to understand how much we have exposure to the pollution and all that. Uh, when I am, when this particular stuff, I'm talking. I'm talking from the day one. There is a thing called 10 American study. The 10 American study was done in a neonates, and what they found was it was unprecedented. The environment, basically, when you talk about things and all that, environment also is not constant. And in our part, I'm talking about Hyderabad around. We have gone up to Punjab also to do some test studies and all that. And this is it was an eye-opener studies for us actually. And when I am talking about this umbilical cord study, which was done in American neonates, the kind of toxicity, each patient, each child, it was about $20,000 was spent on one particular kid. And there were 180 cancer-causing chemicals which were found in the umbilical cord. You can still believe it, America has stopped the DDT production 40 years back, and still DDT was there in the umbilical cord as well as the breast milk man. So I'm just trying to do a different kind of stuff. There is a thing which we are talking about is the chemicals. We have been exposed to chemicals. It's from there are a number of ways chemical occurs. Interestingly, we are talking only about food, air and water pollution now. This 10 American study, there was food, no water, there was no external kind of thing. The child was in the womb. So I'm just trying to caution you, from the start itself, we have our cans full here. We can't certainly add more toxicity and get into problems. Yes, the human body has got an amazing kind of thing. Only thing what I feel, doctor, is there is no manual which has been sent along with this machine, and there was no this particular thing. And somehow, what we look into when we look into toxicology is this particular toxins, plastics, and hydrocarbons and pesticides. There is no way of elimination out unless you induce it. When I'm talking about air pollution causing lung cancer, I'm trying to focus on mostly few things which has been reported as trace kind of stuff. I'm talking about arsenic, I'm talking about cadmium, I'm talking about mercury and nickel. In the day-to-day practice, it is a matter of relevance. I'll show you how. There is a concept called cancer villages in China. In the South China, there is a places where along with the river and streams and lakes and all that, if you put a foot into the river, you are going to end up with having some skin problems and all that. 18, 20 years old are getting the cancers which are supposed to, when we normally, in the case of, we used to think when I did my medical graduation, I used to think cancer is a disease of geriatrics, that particular thing. I just want to do it fast. I want you to understand the kind of situation in what we are facing here. There is no kind of respect which is given for the environmental safety, sir. There is a lot of things we are trying to work out in a place like Nalgonda district, where the kind of hexavalent chromium is thrown. It is even thrown in the water. You see the stream of water full of hexavalent chromium. This kind of slide which I have shown, this happens in the place in Namacherlo, and this kind of thing we have shown into one of the international this one. The people were really astonished. This is definitely a genocide. The hexavalent chromium, you see the effects of hexavalent chromium, what we have did. All these 5 individuals, they are having something called nasal perforation. This is the most acute manifestation, and somehow I'm going to follow up these patients for another 10 or 15 years down the lane. I'd like to see, because hexavalent chromium is a known carcinogen. There was a study by Erin Brockovich, environmentalist. I hope you should always do a Google and type Erin Brockovich. You will understand what exactly I'm telling. When the hexavalent chromium, which is causing a lot of cancers. So it is not just, it is a mishandling of the hazards and toxic waste. Somehow I feel cigarette smoking is the cigarettes kills. When we were children, we were not that aware the cigarette definitely kills or not. But this generation, they are smarter people. They know, yeah, cigarette kills. There are some other things they have to take care of that. So there is a lot of, particularly in our part in India, I'm talking about both the rural and the urban area, people are not aware the kind of hazardous waste and all that. There are a lot of spills which are happening in this kind of scenarios. These are all chemicals. This is, I can always say, this is the kind of what are potential bombs basically. You just see what's going to happen. I'm just trying to what study we did. I'm trying to come to that, but we are trying to put across this particular thing. We were involved with this kind of study in Punjab, Malwa district, and where BARC was able to show the high levels of uranium in the water. There are, again in Malwa district, there are things called, the villages are up for sale. The situation is so bad there, the people, they have become infertile, they don't have kids, they have cancers very early in the age and all that, and it's a big social issue. We see uranium mining around this particular thing, and we know about what is uranium. What surprised us when we were trying to work out with this, the thing is there is a high levels of uranium and it is supposed to be in the Nagarjuna Sagar area. And Nagarjuna Sagar area is a water supply, is supplies to most of the parts of the Hyderabad and other places and all that. And it is, madam, it is 20 times higher, uranium level is found 20 times higher. To make you understand what are the limits of uranium levels, it is like it's too far as such, and that particular thing can cause mutation and cause problems basically. I'll keep making fast. The main essence of my talk is this is one of the non-genetic factors. I really appreciate the kind of work Ilunda and other people are doing, but I'm not able to understand. My forefathers were not having disease. Why should I have disease? And they say it's a familiar disease. I don't somehow, as a clinician, as well as a researcher, I don't feel this is the kind of thing. We are not destined. We are not destined to be a diabetic capital, something like that. There are some things which have changed, and it is the epigenetic factors. We cannot just tell everything is because genetics. It is epigenetics. Epigenetics is the environment pulls the trigger, and you have got a gene expression, you have got a predisposition, and you pick up. This is what exactly happens with arsenic. Arsenic can cause this kind of problems. And you know what is the level of arsenic in Hyderabad? Thanks to our borewell waters. I think all of you may not be, people are very young people here, but 30 years down the lane, we never used to have a bore water, groundwater. Now we go 100 feet deep and all that and we can get water. We had tested the samples of Hyderabad water for 30 different places. All we found was 30 micrograms and more was the level at. And the permissible level is EPA has different standard, WHO has different standard. It should not be more than 2 or 3. This is a potential, we are sitting on a disaster. This is what exactly I mean to say by metal burner is, the whole water which we are using, which is groundwater from tube wells and all that, it is being used for the irrigation. So what are the plants and all that we are making, or the plants we are growing and all that, they just pull this cadmium. Well, I know about a place in AP which is called Lindor, and we know about this. Cadmium is used in the fertilizer, which is called superphosphate fertilizer. It's used like a plenty kind of thing. Rice, now we look rice as cadmium. We are scared to touch rice here. This is the kind of things. And I just want to skip that because this timing is a big issue. We need to understand what is periodic table. Why I am talking about heavy metals and things and all that. Periodic tables, when we talk about, when I was a kid actually, I tried to learn about inorganic chemistry and all that. I just gone through things and all that. But this is really relevant now. All the transitional metals which have got higher valency You have got higher atomic weight. I'll just give you an example. You have got a good, see, all of us know we need calcium, magnesium, we need good zinc and all that. What is exactly happening in the ground level is different. As somebody said, you have got a thallium or you have a cadmium. He has an identity card and he can enter into the cell faking as a calcium. And he will displace the calcium and can displace the magnesium. And once that enters, see, magnesium is such an essential element. It is required for more than 300 enzymatic reactions. And once this sits over that, all this comes for a screeching halt. And you can understand what is mitochondrial poisons and all that you know. Once this mitochondrial poisons goes into that, and we are into it. I would like all of you to look into this thing called President's Cancer Panel. This is a 40 pages, 240 pages report, and we are talking about. Now we need to. I'll go to my study. What we have done as such, we have done. We have checked out the hair samples, sir, and we took nails and the hair samples from few cancer patients and from the control things as such, and we were in the process of presenting, and we have already accessed Toxicology International, and we are going to have this particular stuff, and we were astonished the kind of normal as well as this particular thing. We are able to find high levels, and not just in the hair. Hair is, this is what exactly, and we are trying to work with, we have to outsource this kind of studies to Germany. Eleanor is one of my friends. She runs microtrace minerals. She gives us the kind of reports and all that, because we are not happy with the reports what we get here. There are a lot of contamination, there are a lot of things and all that, and we want to that's what I just want to now focus more on. What exactly is this breast cancer? Somehow I don't feel that we can be sitting that 1 in 8 and all that. Still, we have to do something for that. And once yeah, there's nothing. It's basically inherent particulate hexavalent chromium. I have shown you that particular stuff, and I have all the peer-reviewed journals and all that. This is the Pancreatic Cancer Association with cadmium, which is the paper was presented by Shamali Pal, and this is the Harvard Medical School paper, and they were able to isolate cadmium from this one. So what I mean to say is this is the cadmium may be inducing the gene expression, or it's causing oxidative stress and this particular thing, because cadmium has different things as such. It can work on, and we took the clue from Dr. Louis' work, which was metal cadmium causing breast cancer, and there was a fantastic paper which was there as such. We started working on that, and somebody was talking about that. There was sir, I think you were talking about stem cell. I'll just give you that thing also. This particular high levels of this metals and all that, how it is causing lipid peroxidation, and it is causing DNA adducts and all that. And to me, that is the DNA adducts which are the best particular thing and which is causing the problem. I don't know. I'm basically I like to work with some of the things as such. We have a network. I do a lot of work with my other peers also. And somehow I feel when we worked on this kind of study, we thought, and we are coming up with one more study which was done with some Punjab population again, and we have picked up 60 Punjab healthy patients, healthy people. Punjab is the epitome, very khate-pite garwan. But the thing is, we have picked up those people and we have compared the hair and nail analysis from the European guys. From Germany people only we had access. And we were able to see there is 60 times more toxicity in Punjabis right now, healthy people, and we want to follow up that people because they are sitting on the edge. Something happens, they get into a problem. I somehow, I have got a lot of slides also. I can work on that, but I just thought I'll show you this kind of thing, which I feel people have to look into that. Otherwise, okay, lot of peer-reviewed literature and all that, and somehow I felt nothing is being looked into this particular side. Although our patients are telling there is some pollution which is causing problems, we need to look into the other avenues also. I'm talking about other avenues are basically people working on night shifts, people working in the high intensity lights, they are jeopardizing their melatonin levels. We are doing up a study with BPOs who do night shift worker workers basically, and we are saying, oh, after you work in BPO for 3 years, you are getting into, you are walking into diseases. This is maybe probably one of the reasons I thought I'll just this I'll happy if I get some questions. I came here just to show you this is a big problem which is lurking, and somewhere I go internationally, I talk there, and I try to show my data. They are really surprised. Germans, they cannot understand what is happening in India. They say you are an Indian, you live in Hyderabad, you live in Bombay, they don't want to come here as a guest speaker. Thank you.
Can I just comment something?
Yes, ma'am.
I think, I don't know whether it's too late now to fix things, but I think that we have to know the root causes of what is happening. And me and my colleagues, my friends who studied here, we did our PhDs here, and we discuss over there when we see the regulations, tight regulations of the toxic material disposal and everything. It's so tight over there. When I went there, the radiation department, first thing first he told me was that if you are pregnant, you have to come and tell me first before you tell your husband. Those kind of tight regulations we have there, and sometimes, we discuss among us, our friends, like, my God, we must have got lots of mutations the way we used to work in India for our PhDs. So I guess the is the institutions where the research is going on. I wanted to do this really very desperately, and me and my friends who are now in US, we are holding a faculty positions. Now that we know what the tight regulations are, we'll be happy to come here and discuss about this.
Definitely, ma'am. This is one of the, it's an open secret here.
I think we have to stop this. We cannot just increase this now anymore.
People are not aware, basically.
Whether government is not doing anything now, you are giving the open speech, whether any reporter will not...
Yeah, I have got, we'll say open, I have not, my paper is not yet accepted in toxicology international. I can always give you the splits also.
This is a very dangerous to the all people of the Hyderabad or wherever this type of water pollution is there,
Yeah. I think it starts from the research institutions, because I think the way we are disposing things, that is really bad. I know, I can see the difference now that I'm in US. The way we used to work, we know, we always like make a fun, oh my God, we have so many mutations with the way, we are shocked, we are worried about the whole thing.
People are still using aluminum vessels. They are not aware of that.
Yes.
Thank you.
May I request the co-chair to please felicitate Dr. Saxena with the certificate.